Hi, I'm Jay Stoneking. I'm a visual artist and graphic novelist based here in Seattle. Growing up, I read a lot of manga. I was really into graphic novels, and so I've always been drawn to sort of the visual arts as a way to tell stories and to provide for that escapism, that sense of fantasy. I've always loved the idea of like wizards and magic and things like that, and so really, art is a way for me to connect with that love and sort of express those kind of my feelings and ideas in that space in a way that makes sense for me. I've always been a visual artist, grew up drawing, making little paintings just for myself, and then over the years I've evolved into becoming more of like a fine artist, a painter in a professional sense. I've got a graphic novel that I've been working on over the years. I did digital arts in both for tech and in the user experience space, making illustrations for things like that, but then also, really coming back to how do I tell stories with the art that I'm making, and how do I use that as a way for me to connect with kind of personal feelings of liminality and kind of my background and personal history too. A lot of the work that I make is really personal to me, and just that I am working through my own feelings, working through kind of personal journeys of my own making. And when I think about what I want to get out of a piece of artwork, it's really about sort of that sense of wonder of sitting, like you're at the top of a mountain and you see kind of off in the distance that beautiful sunset, right? And the journey that you took to get to that mountain peak is sort of the journey that I have with the paintings that I make. And so I hope that when people see my artwork, they have that sense of wonder, that they're curious about what am I looking at? Where am I going? What is this meant to be, and what is this trying to say? And I want people to have that feeling of wonder and sort of being able to see something that doesn't make sense but touches them. Going into making art is really about telling my own story and just working through my own things. I wouldn't trade. I've loved being in Seattle Restored for so many reasons, right? Just being connected to people, having these opportunities to even sell a painting, right? And but just having the support of the whole team, the whole city is really fantastic. I think it's important for people in the city to see that there is that culture, that there is so much great work happening, and Seattle Restored is making that happen for all of us. To experience the magic of my art, visit my installation at 2031 3rd Avenue, or you can learn more about me online at jstoneking.com or on Instagram at jstonekingart.